So now you've got find the errors and write your own, this time in a minor key. I'm just going to point out a couple of things here for you and let you just go on your own for this one. Minor key, remember, leading tones need the accidental on them, okay, which actually makes it a little easier to check for errors on this first one where you've got sharps on all the leading tones. You can see right away that they doubled the leading tone on that, which creates parallel octaves when they resolve them correctly. And you can see this leading tone here didn't resolve correctly, so go ahead and mark those up if you want. Double. This is unresolved. Just one note, quick note here. The spacing rules, you see I've got more than an octave there, spacing rules only apply to the upper voices. So between bass and tenor, that's not actually an error. That's okay. Just wanted to point that out. So check for errors there. Look for your parallel motion, your improper doublings, spacing, range. You'll find some errors in that. And then when you write your own, just make sure that you have the accidentals on the leading tones. Okay, leading tone's always going to happen in the 5 chords, in the 7 chord. So when I write this here, I've got E, G, B, B, D sharp, F. So that D sharp is the leading tone of the key. So I'm going to actually write it in on this one. D sharp is in the bass, so make sure you don't double the bass on that. So your option really is to double the soprano. It'd be the most beneficial if you would double that soprano on the root of the chord. Okay, so you're not doubling the 5th, and you're not doubling the leading tone. Okay, so probably good starting chord here would be to have the soprano on a B, so that then when we keep that common tone in the soprano, it's the root of the chord, and then I can double it in the probably the tenor is where I'm going to end up doubling that. We'll see. I would probably suggest starting your first chord with E doubled in the alto and then that B in the tenor. Okay, so then, oh, not the B in the tenor, sorry, the G needs to be in the tenor. How do I do that? So then your smooth voice leading there, this has to go to the D sharp in the bass. It'll be to double the soprano on that B, do that in the tenor, and then put the F in the alto. Okay, checking for parallel motion there. There is none. Then hopefully I gave you the correct progression to be able to resolve that leading tone correctly in the next chord. Okay, so one of those B's will stay on the common tone. You could do that. You could choose to do that in the soprano or the tenor, but not both, like I just did. Okay, so I'll probably just leave it in the tenor because it's nicer to make the tenor boring and make the soprano a little bit more interesting if you have that option. I'm going to let you just finish that out, do the rest of that on your own. Good luck.